Now we can get on to, a little bit lighter subject. We'll cover a little bit of boxing. We had Triple G fighting tonight, and the card started early, boys. It started at 4 o'clock our
This
time.
guy. This
And I
guy.
was like, okay, like they're really gonna show one fight, like
Hey guys, make sure you tune in at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock
4 o'clock.
to watch the
Fight
triple.
didn't start at 6.
Bro, the fight didn't start till 7.
Turned it on, and we're watching boxing matches without any commentary whatsoever. Just silence. Just
What is it? Dazzing?
The zone,
bro.
Zone?
the zone.
They don't need
They-
to do fights on that no more. Ever.
Man, they only good for full fights on YouTube after the fight is done. I never pay for another fight.
Bro, I couldn't believe the absolute nonsense that they were showing on the zone, man. Like it was not a good look.
No.
They had no commentary for the undercard. They
None.
had no real presentation. No names. The only name on that entire card was Triple G.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And everything I saw tonight, I was like, I could see why Canelo wanted out of his contract with the zone and Golden Boy for putting him in this nonsense, because
That's pathetic.
woo, and he's got a
DAZN.
fight with the zone tomorrow. Like the zone is hosting his fight with Callum Smith. And
The zone was a close runner-up to this week's WTF Moment of the Week.
for real,
For
for
that
that
nonsense.
lackluster presentation.
Hot garbage, bro. Jesus. I don't understand. Like, who thinks that would be a good idea to have zero commentary on a boxing match?
Several boxing matches.
Just like all you hear is
I mean, I like the hits. I was like, okay, like you can't really hear the impact, but
All you
after a
hear is
while, it was like,
feet hitting the canvas.
for real. I imagine that's what going to like a WWE event would sound like. Just two guys kind of bouncing off the plywood ring.
You've never
I
been.
heard,
I've never been to one live. No.
Yeah, it's a experience, bro. It's weird not hearing commentary and just
Right.
seeing in action. And it's just like watching that boxing match. It's like, why did we come here? Why are we here right now?
But that's what I'm saying. Like I watched this card, bro. T brought it up, and it was funny that he brought it up because I was thinking the exact same thing. Why the hell is there walkout music and Triple G's already in the ring? Like he didn't even walk to the ring. Like they were like, oh, he's in the ring already when they play his walk-in music.
Well, can we talk about the other fights that they had him walk out, but you couldn't hear any music?
Bro, I didn't. Bro, I was so lost on why we have a ring walk with music and no introduction. You don't even know who these fighters are.
And then they announce the fighters, and Szeremeta gets introduced first. He's Polish, and then Triple G's gonna go next, and he's Kazakh. And when the guy announces Szeremeta, he's like, and now the national anthem of Kazakhstan, but Poland first. Like literally, he said it like that, but Poland first.
That was so unprofessional, bro.
I was like, bro, you don't even know. You don't even know.
Let's not get too far off ahead, because we could go all night about the zone.
The zone. That
Boy,
oh. So
was
Triple G
pathetic.
fights another tomato can. The guy's undefeated. But he looked so outclassed Triple G looked old. He looks slower. He still looks like he's got some power, but he doesn't look as dangerous as he had been. And now 2 fights out of Abel Sanchez's tutelage, he looks a little different, but he looks a lot the same. The the play-by-play for DAZN was trash. Um, it was just a bad like night of fights.
Now I was
In my
working on
opinion.
I was working on a project, so I didn't actually get to see the Triple G fight. Did they actually commentate on that?
Yeah,
East. Okay.
yeah. They commentated for that fight and the women's fight before it.
But the other men's fight, it was just like, well, we don't need to.
Right.
Take off the first 5 fights and we'll
Yeah. Everybody was getting COVID tested during the undercard.
Wow.
The announcers were getting tested, so they wanted to make sure everything was good to go. What's up with this guy?
I don't know, man. I think you just could tell the level of competition, the difference in the level of competition, because those power punches from Triple G and Triple G look. I mean, to me, he don't look like the same Triple G,
right?
But the power is still there.
His punches look deliberate. Like,
yeah,
he was just like, boom,
right,
boom.
But
like
he was canning the guy though, so you can't be, you can't knock him. Now I don't know how he'll deal with the speed of Canelo because he's not even anywhere close to being as fast, but. It should be a good fight, man.
Can we
it's a good
please
trilogy.
not see a third fight? I'm not interested in the third fight.
It's gonna happen.
I'm not interested.
You have to, bro. It's the rubber rule, I guess, or
Well, it can't be because Canelo's got one and they've tied one.
Wow.
Yeah, they tied the first fight and then he won the second fight, but I think he'll most likely win the third fight. It's just, everybody has a puncher's chance.
Real talk, Triple G kept it hella close the first go around. A lot of people say he won the first fight. And I could be persuaded to believe that he won that first fight. Second fight, Canelo started out hot, kind of faded at the end. Triple G came on at the end. I still think Canelo edged him out, but I would not be interested in seeing the third fight. What really got me about this was like, did you guys watch the Tyson fights? That whole card?
Tyson, no.
I did.
No.
That is a brand new promotion, and their setup, their everything, their presentation, their commentary, everything is way above DAZN. Way above. Like you had time to see what they did and improve on that.
And this is what you came with.
And that's what you have.
You came with tonight.
For the end of the year, one of your flagship fighters signed to DAZN is Triple G, and that's what you got for him.
That's crazy.
If Canelo gets that treatment tomorrow, for sure he's gonna be like, I'm so glad I'm done with y'all, because this promotion is they got rid of HBO and now you got this, and this ain't it. So Triple G, I think he's probably got 3 more fights in him, maybe 4 more fights in him. I don't know who else would want to fight him. Maybe one of the Charlo brothers. I could see something like that.
Oh no, man. I mean, as an older boxer, like I said, the speed is gone, but the power is still there. His composure is still there. I mean, his jab still looks good.
Chin is good. He got caught with a few.
Yeah, he got caught with a few. He just, these young guys, you have to catch those young guys, and you catch those those people that's good on their feet. They can move around. That's
Yeah.
how they'll beat him because he's not fast at all. Like it's straight power.
Yeah, he's like I said, he was very deliberate
Yeah,
in his delivery tonight.
Mm-hmm.
but like like Mayweather has said before, you don't have to be the strongest. You don't have to hit the hardest. You don't have to be the fastest. So what's up here that count? Can Triple G outthink Canelo? Because if he fight Canelo again, let's be honest, he's fighting a protege of Mayweather. Canelo took Canelo took Mayweather's fighting style, and I don't want to say he perfected it, but he's damn near close.
He learned a lot from that loss. I think that loss showed him you have a lot to learn defensively.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Canelo's defense, his head movement, his footwork is still okay.
Mm-hmm.
Canelo's weakness has always been his conditioning, I think. Conditioning and footwork. But you can improve on those. He doesn't take a lot of punishment. He's 30. So he's right in the prime of it. So Triple G, beats what was his name? Szeremeta.
Yeah.
And, I wasn't impressed, but I told you this guy's a tomato can and he got worked. Now you got Canelo fighting Callum Smith, who is the baby brother of Liam Smith, who Canelo beat a couple years ago here at AT&T.
Mm-hmm.
He starched him, bro. Finished him off with a body shot. The guy, I think the guy's in his 30s. He's got a full head of gray hair. Like he didn't look anything special, but this guy's 6'3", 7.5-inch reach advantage, um, undefeated, 168, and the guy's a champion, man. So I don't know what to expect from this fight. I think Canelo has to close the gap. He obviously can't fight from the outside, giving up 7, almost 8 inches of reach. And what is he? 7 inches in height, 6 or 7 inches in height. So he's fighting a bigger guy. And he's looking to do Callum Smith like he did Sergey
Liam.
Kovalev.
Oh yeah.
He fought a bigger guy in Kovalev and he got on the inside, but Callum's a different kind of fighter, man. I don't know what to expect from this fight.
I think I don't know, man. Like I've never really been sold on Canelo like everyone has been, but he is a damn good fighter. He's a great competitor. Um, in my opinion, I think he will win this fight. I don't think there will be a knockout. Maybe he'll prove me wrong and turn it into a damn good fight and knock the dude out in 5 rounds. But
Body
I don't.
shots. I think
Yeah,
he's gonna have to work that body.
he. I mean, hey man, he's killer with those body blows. But like you said, the conditioning will play a factor in this. But I think we should expect a Canelo victory.
I think for me, tomorrow is all about, is it still going to be the same bullshit we saw today? If it's production wise, bro, I can't watch that fight. I'm sorry, man.
Right.
I can't do it. I cannot do it.
Yeah.
I will say this, boys. The fact that we didn't have to pay for it tonight, that was
I paid for it.
it was worth everything we paid.
we paid for it. Don't take those free fights away.
Right.
This jackass can't be quiet. I paid for it. But
I didn't. I saw it.
I
I
think
saw it at a friend's house.
I think we should expect a Canelo victory, man. In my opinion.
I think if it goes to the cards and it's anywhere near close, Canelo wins. They're not about to let Canelo lose on a decision, no matter how close the fight might be.
Right.
But I'm hoping he closes the show with a knockout, and he's talking about he'll drop down to 160 to fight Errol.
What?
That'll be interesting to see.
Canelo said that?
Yeah, he's talking about the fight with Errol has to happen. Like, and he said he the fight. His trainer said the fight with the Charlo brothers has to happen. So Canelo's, that's the one thing I'll say. He's never dodged anybody.
Mm-hmm.
He'll fight anybody. I like that. You know, the guy we talked about last week, whose name I won't mention, that was kind of a knock that he had against him, was he wouldn't fight anybody or everybody, at least not when the timing was right.
Ducking people.
I wouldn't say ducking, but just kind of like,
bro, you can say it. I'll say it for you. He ducked people. All right.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, he had a good resume. He had
I don't
names on the resume. I just think it was bad timing.
I don't care about resume. He ducked people. Did
Man, I'm not.
Did Tyson duck people?
No, that's what I'm saying. You have guys that will fight anybody, anytime.
Man, I'll say this. Like you said, the names on the resume, they speak. They may not have happened. Those fights might not have happened at the perfect time or at the right time. Honestly, I really only think it's one fight that didn't happen at the right time, and that was the Pacquiao fight. If that fight would have happened 4 or 5 years earlier, but there was a lot of shit that prevented that fight from happening.
Bro, he swore up and down Manny was on roids. That's why he wouldn't fight him.
Yep.
Was Manny on roids?
He wanted all kinds.
Did Manny ever get popped for roids?
Nope.
Didn't it come out that he was on roids?
No.
Mm-mm.
Y'all might have to do some research.
Mm-mm.
Bro, I never heard anything that said Manny Pacquiao was on roids.
It got to make sense. The dollars got to be right.
Because then when
you don't think they would have made that much more money had they fought in their prime?
Yeah, 100%. They would have they would have probably had the record for pay-per-view buys if they fought in Manny's prime. I don't know.
They had the record when Mayweather fought Oscar, and Oscar was on the ass end of his career.
Bro, that fight never should have happened, to be honest, but Oscar took it. You know why Oscar took that fight.
That was a cash grab on the way out.
Yeah.
It had to be that though. It was a lot that went into that Oscar fight. So, you know, he was the golden boy. Everybody was choosing Oscar. When at that time, you know, it was turning into the Floyd era. So that fight had to happen at that time.
I ain't even gonna lie. I was going for Oscar too.
Oh,
I was like, let's get it. Please, let's get it.
He wasn't going for no Oscar.
I wasn't the biggest Oscar fan. I was upset when he beat Chavez. He beat the tar out of Chavez. But you know, you see your idols drop, and it is what it is because he is who he is. But you know, I expect Canelo to put on a better show tomorrow night than what we saw tonight in any of the fights. And I look forward to see what comes in 2021, whether it is he drops down to 160 to fight Errol. Who would you have in that fight, Errol or Canelo? Because Errol was giving Mayweather fits when Mayweather was still active, like in training camp.
Man, I might have to take Canelo.
He's just too much man, or
I think overall, like his overall ability is just better. He's a better boxer. His skill is better. He knows how to play defense. He can hit you with power. He can hit you with speed. He can move around if you want to. But like you said, the conditioning does play a factor. Errol now has learned how to box because previously, like his biggest thing or his biggest knock was is he's just a power puncher. He can bust your ass with one punch.
Mm-hmm.
But as you know, looking at some of his most recent fights prior to his accident, his skill set has improved. Like his overall boxing skill set has improved. I just don't think he plays enough defense at this stage in his career. Canelo knows how to play defense, so I might have to take Canelo in that fight. And it sucks to say that.
I think Errol would give him a hard time because if you look at the guys that
cakewalk.
No, if you look at the guys Canelo has really struggled with, it was Mayweather, Erislandy Lara, Trout, and Danny Jacobs. He struggled with Danny Jacobs as well. Those guys are slick. Danny Jacobs not as much, but those guys are slick. And Errol's a southpaw. So that's a lot. I mean, would Errol's power translate with Canelo? I don't know. He'd be putting on some more weight for sure. But I don't think it'd be as easy of a fight as some people might make it out to be. But I think it's a fight a lot of people would want to watch. Yep. And I think Canelo has a knack for making the fights that people want to watch. The Rocky Fielding crap, that wasn't good. Liam Smith, that wasn't good. Callum Smith, a lot of people are excited about because it's at 168 and it's a championship match and the guy's undefeated and he's got some skin. So Canelo,
I think if you want to bring back boxing, you have to make fights that people want to see, not these snooze fest fights that keep happening. Like,
because the boxing world has gone down.
Yeah, I don't know who half these guys are, to be honest. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who Canelo's fighting. I know who Canelo is. I don't know who he's fighting tomorrow. I have no clue. Triple G, who the guy he fought tonight? I don't know.
No clue.
Who is that?
No clue.
His mandatory.
Right.
That's all that was a mandatory, but I agree, man. Boxing has to have the fights that people want to see, and I think Canelo delivers that. I think Errol in his weight class, all those guys, Thurman, Porter, Pacquiao, all those guys, Danny Garcia, all those guys in that mix, Thurman, all those guys, they make that division solid. But the bottom line is, so far it looks like Errol's the man until he fights Terrence Crawford, and he's already told Crawford, get off my nuts. Like, nobody wants to see me fight you. Nobody but you wants to see me fight you. So if he wants Canelo, maybe 2021's the year that we get that. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to see what happens tomorrow night and what happens into 2021. Hopefully Canelo gets 2 or 3 fights next year, but we'll see.
If not, I mean, if the pros keep turning out trash, screw it. Let's just watch exhibition. I mean, we got Tyson. We got Tyson and
Roy Jones.
No,
Evander.
That was
Evander.
Yeah, and Evander Holyfield.
He's talking about fighting.
Oscar said he was going to come out of retirement.
Lennox Lewis. He's talking about fighting Lennox. So I mean, hey, line them up, bro. Like I'd rather see exciting shit like that, like in guys in their 50s.
Ooh, y'all didn't hear about that other exhibition that was going down? It was Mayweather and Logan Paul.
Goodbye. And on that note, this
Yo,
week's episode of the Shot Fire Podcast has officially ended.
That nonsense. That's what I'm saying, bro. But that's what they're passing off as, well, it's must see. Mayweather and Logan Paul. Why is that must see?
it's probably gonna be entertaining, bro. That's all it's gonna be is just entertainment, views, money. That's
Exactly.
what
It's
it
an
is.
exhibition.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep. Just for Logan Paul to say, I fought Mayweather.
Yep.
I fought Mayweather before.
And I lost.
Bro, come on.
It's gonna be a track meet. No, I think Mayweather might put some blows to him.
Man, I'm not talking about that fight anymore.
I'm just saying.